evening, everyone. I'm curious that how many of you here have a pet and where did you get your pets from? I heard that more celebrities like Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus have turned to their furry friends for comfort during the coronavirus outbreak, and many are providing forever homes for pups in need. Celebrities use their influence to raise awareness of helping homeless animals. However, there are still many animals are killed in our nation's shelter because they don't have a safe place to call home. But I believe people like us can change that. Today, I hope to convince you adopting homeless animal from shelter instead of purchasing from a breeder if any of us have considered having a companion animals. According to the 2019 to 2020 National Pet Owner Survey conducted by the APPA, 67% of U.S. households, or about 85 million families, own a pet. But there are still nearly 6.5 million companion animals enter U.S. shelter. APPA also reports that 34% of dogs are purchased from breeder, while 23% are obtained from an animal shelter or humane society. In the next few minutes, I'll tell you 3 reasons why we should adopt homeless animals from shelter rather than buying from a breeder. First, I'll review the negative impact of breeding trade. Second, I'll show you some evidence why adopting rescued companion animal is more sustainable. Last, I'll prove to you why we can save more lives by adopting them from shelter. To begin, let me tell you about the negative impact of breeding trade on animals. Breeding animal actually is killing them in different way. According to the article Negative Effect of Dogs Breeding in June 2020, study shows that a large majority still choose to go for breeder-bred animals. However, the tragedy is that there are millions of homeless cats and dogs in US with millions euthanized every single year. So we should not produce more cats and dogs when there are already so many wonderful animals in desperate need for home. Inbreeding also causes painful and life-threatening genetic defects in purebred cats and dogs, including crippling hip dysplasia, blindness, deafness, heart defects, skin problem. Distorting animal from specific physical feature also causes severe health problem. The short push in nose of bulldogs and pups, for example, can make exercise, even normal breathing, difficult for them. No one who loves animal in mind would intentionally make them in this way. Breeding dogs is always irresponsible and cruel, with breeders treat them like pets producing machine for profit in horrible living conditions. PETA has exposed puppy mill breeders who kept dogs confined to filthy cages that are barely larger than their bodies, causing them extreme suffering and disaster. Imagine being forced to live in your own waste with pup-filled wounds, a galloping ear infection, and deadly parasites. This is the reality of life in a puppy's mill's life. In addition, puppies mill breeders force dogs to produce rapidly until their body wears out from pregnant. At this point, a worthless female dog to a breeder, they just turn them to a shelter, abandon them, even kill them. If anyone were to stop buying puppies in the store, there would be no market for mass-produced puppies. A lot fewer dogs would suffer. Understanding the negative impact of breeding trade, next I'll show you some facts to prove adopting animals is more sustainable. There are 6 to 8 million cats and dogs enter nation's 3,500 shelters every year, according to the Human Society of the United States in 2014. But only about 3 to 4 million cats and dogs are adopted. According to Bissell Pets Foundation in 2012, nearly half of all animals that arrive in U.S. shelter are euthanized because there is a lack of space and adopters. Therefore, U.S. taxpayers shell out between $1 to $2 billion annually to pay for impoundment, sheltering, euthanasia, euthanize and subsequent disposal of homeless animals, according to Pelco case report in 2014. If you are determined to have a specific brand, there are many waiting to be adopted. 1 in 4 dogs in shelter is a purebred. By knowing the evidence why adopting rescue companion animal is more sustainable, now I move on to tell you why we can save more lives by adopting them from shelter. Half of 6 million homeless animals must be euthanized because there's simply not enough proper homes for them. So if we provide forever home for those in need, we save lives. So many rescue animals are abandoned pets. They are domesticated animals who depend on humans to meet their needs for food, water, care, safety, and cannot survive for long on their own. So they are ready to live with us and very easy to be trained. To conclude, today I told you 3 reasons why we should adopt homeless animals from shelter instead of purchasing from a breeder. First, there are more negative impact of breeding trade on animals. Second, adopting rescue companion animal is more sustainable to the society. Third, we can save more lives by adopting them and make this world better. Animals are humans' friends. While breeders see them as only money-making machines, we should treat them as individuals, as thinking, feeling beings who deserve love and lifetime commitment. If you have ever considered finding a furry friend, I believe you know what to do now. Adopting them from shelter, give them a second life to live, also give you a chance to love. Thank you very much.